Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and Ruel. Peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Alright? This lesson, it's going to be self-explanatory once I play this clip. This is from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, okay, which, this lesson is going to be on Judgment Day. Okay. Things revolving Salaki around Judgment Day. Okay, so I'm gonna play this clip, and it's about her Sarah Connor, which is the mother of John Connor, and she has a dream or a nightmare rather about nuclear destruction. Okay, and I'm gonna point some things out, that they put in here that's symbolic and etc. Okay, so let's get right into it. Alright, so going from there, in the scene you could see that she was screaming at them, and but there was no sound actually emitting from her voice, so they couldn't hear her, right, and her screams were going unheard, and she was silenced as well, she couldn't, no words were coming out of her mouth, or at least they couldn't hear her, but and that's just like today. We're warning people that, stuff like this is about to happen. This is supposed to be the worst times to ever come upon the planet. And people don't, they act like we're not even there. All right. And you could see that the children were playing in the park and stuff like that. It's just like a typical day. Well, this is Luke chapter 17, verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, that's supposed to be Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Okay? Which you could see because nobody had any, nobody in that park had any idea, and I'm sure nobody else in the city or anything had any idea, all right, that was coming until it hit, all right? That's how quick it is. It was quick and silent until it hit the ground, basically. Well, that's what they showed it as. Good place I could go next is Slovakia. Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Okay, and you could see that her, she got dissolved. Okay, all the skin off her and muscle and all that tissue just got burned off, blown away. All right. First Thessalonians chapter 5. I'll start at verse 2, get right to the point. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, and that was probably a moment that they felt like they were safe. All right, they felt like they were at home, they were enjoying themselves, and then a nuclear missile hit. All right, and go down to verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, so don't, there's nothing wrong, doing stuff in your free time, but have Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shine the truth as your priority, and make sure that you're watching these prophecies, man. Okay, it's only a matter of time before Esau makes his move, or well, yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing, because he could roll on us soon. He could make the mark of the beast mandatory, which is the RFID NFC microchip. There's a lot of stuff like that. Okay, that he can, it'll be like a domino effect. I think the one I want next is 2 Peter chapter 3. Verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. First Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So if the righteous are scarcely saved, meaning last second or just barely, where is the ungodly and the sinner going to, show up? They're going to be those people getting obliterated, all right, getting blown, getting blown really to hell, all right, which hell just means the grave. But you get the point, okay? They're getting blown away. There's some more I wanted to get. This is oh, okay, well I'll just read on then. Verse 11. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay. Whoa. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig of the fig tree. That rolling up like a scroll is a mushroom cloud. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Now you notice when somebody shoots a missile, it goes really high up into the sky, and then it comes down. So it's bathing itself into heaven, and then it's dropping on Idumea, which right now, modern day Rome and modern day Egypt and Sodom and Babylon the Great and all those, this is America, right? That's America. And America is going to be destroyed. Okay? Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Right, that whore is America. The horns, it represents, I think, NATO and the EU. Salaki, if I'm wrong, rebuke me if I am. It's kind of slipping my mind right now which is which. But that whore, or no, maybe the beast is the Roman system, I think. The Roman revived, and 10 horns is EU and NATO. Or the EU. And yeah. And then the whore that's sitting on the back of the beast is America. Alright, which will drink of that cup of destruction and death. Alright, of wrath. But once again, so lucky if I missaid anything. Kind of just slipped my mind. But the point is that America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. Alright, because it says that shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay? This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Okay? There's a lot of precepts that are going to come up from that, I guess. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Alright? I'm going to get a couple more and I'm going to close. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Alright? So what that is, it's not, Lord willing, we're of the elect. We can be looking forward to the day of the Lord. But when I hear this precept, I'm thinking about the 2/3. The Christians especially, because they're way off, man. All right, they're way off, and also there is, the heathens, which that goes into Christianity as well. They're waiting for the day of the Lord, when that's going to be them getting destroyed and then going into slavery. You see, but Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Barak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone and royal well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.